am 71 years old, so I have had years and years and years to get really good at a certain thing, quitting. Okay? Now, seriously, have you ever been driving somewhere in your car and you just sort of weren't really thinking about where you were going? You knew where you were going, and then you find yourself driving home or driving to work or something, not where you were going, because you're just accustomed to doing that. You've had a lot of practice. And actually what happens is your body sets up nerve pathways to do certain things. Like, have you ever seen a Major League Baseball player and somebody hits a fly ball and it's, going to the outfield, and the guy just puts up his glove and that ball just goes right in? If that was me, I'd probably be halfway trying to catch it and halfway trying not to get hit by it. So what's the difference between the two of us, besides maybe several $1 million? Is that player has practiced and practiced and practiced, and I haven't. That player, through practicing, has set up nervous pathways, hand-eye coordination, all this sort of thing that I don't have. Well, the thing that we don't realize, and I discovered very late in life, is when you do certain behaviors, that also sets up nervous pathways. And for me, it was quitting on things. Like every holiday season, I would be so excited. I mean, you get to see people you haven't seen, and there's parties and things like that, but that's not what excited me. If there was going to be food, I was there. I could bypass the thinking stage, I could just shovel it in without any thought. And I didn't even care about the people that were going to be there. Sad to say, food was my big motivation. And then after the holidays, time after time, year after year, I'd go on a diet. And usually within maybe 2 to 4 weeks, I would quit. And honestly, this became a pattern with me. And it was I just knew I'd go on for a certain amount of time, and then maybe it would get tough, because I would do it all on my own, and I would think, oh, it's okay if I eat this or that. And yeah, you can't always accomplish what you're trying to. I mean, this is how life is. And that was a comfortable thought. There was actually a security and comfort in it, because yeah, I've done this before. It feels familiar. It's like somebody who's being physically abused or mentally abused. There's a certain part of it that is comfortable and secure because you're so accustomed to it. But that doesn't make it good, So then when I finally went on this plan, and I had some help, and I had a plan, and I had other people being supportive, and I was also getting healthy. I was eating healthy food, not, starving myself or something, or going on some wacky diet. It really started to help me to make changes. Now, I just want to say, you can look at me and say, well, she's not slender. Okay, the first time I went on plan, I did not fall down, not even one time. I was perfect, because I was a perfectionist, and I was going to be perfect. And I saw other people, and they'd have trouble with this, and they'd fall down, and they'd mess up. And I just thought, I'm doing it all. You know what? I wish I had some problems, because then I would have had to deal with what it was in my life that was causing me to go after food for comfort, security, addiction, whatever it was. Well, now, since COVID, the quarantine and all, gave me a chance to awaken, there are things you need to deal with. And I've been struggling now, but that's the point. I'm not just laying down and saying, okay, I quit. I keep getting up and trying. And I just wanted to say to everybody, this is the last thing I'd like to say. When you're struggling, you have a tendency to not want to get in touch with your coach. That's exactly the time you need to get in touch with your coach. that's when that's what your coach is there for, okay? So don't go silent, don't feel like, oh, I'm so embarrassed, or I failed, or my coach is gonna go, okay? If Miriam's your coach, call Miriam. Yeah, sometimes I call her.
No, most of the time she says, don't talk to me about it.
Well, like I said, there are areas I still have to grow. So,
But that's why we have this community, because very often we coach our moms or our best friends or whatever, and we need to have other people when it's a little bit too close to home. So